What's good, everyone? Finally fixed my computer. It was a GPU graphic card thing. Got a new GPU, and now we're good to go. You'll see in the video as well, I'm going to be using AI as a graphical overlay while I'm talking. Maybe it'll turn into something cool. I can tweak the aspect ratio, resolution, quality. Let me know anything like that. Any just cool feedback, criticism, if you think this works. If it doesn't, yeah, let's just see what's going on. Now, this is important that we talk about some of the Adin Ross censorship, just whirlwind or tornado, actually probably more like a hurricane of chaos that he's in. And the fact that, censorship is a real thing today. It's more so than ever before. Makes zero sense. And yeah, let's just at least see some of these clips here.
Imagine that shit. Speed doesn't even have a max contract with YouTube. Speed is the biggest YouTube streamer of all time. Why does he not have a max contract? It makes no sense. Why does he have to worry about strikes and bans and all these things? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is Speed and Gideon still banned on Twitch? Hello? They're grown. When someone fucks up and they learn from it, that's when you unban them. You don't make them suffer. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have them suffer?
So, Adin Ross makes a great point about the nature of Twitch and its relationship to its content creators, the difference between them. And there's been this ongoing theme recently where Twitch and other platforms have assumed that platforms are in some way superior to the content creators. And to me, that's always been so hypocritical and hilarious because if you really think about it, that's actually the opposite. The people who are irreplaceable are the content creators. The people who are replaceable are the ones who own the platform. Because what is a platform? A platform is nothing more than empty space and architecture, which is like replicatable, repeatable, easy. And that can be created more and more as long as technology keeps developing. Hilariously, these same people, the people who own the empty space, these irrelevant people who own irrelevant space, are the ones that are treating the content creators like they're irrelevant. Meanwhile, the content creators are the ones who get treated like they're nothing, and they're the ones that are creating all the value. Anyway, I find the hypocrisy stunning, and he points it out very well. I mean, he just at least alludes to it. I just don't think that corporations should be dictating what can and should not be said. I mean, this is like a freedom of speech issue, and unfortunately, a corporation is in control at the moment, and so they have the ability to make all these insane judgment calls. Like, you should never really censor people unless they are doing really messed up awful things. In that case, it's okay, and like, if you have to apologize or say whatever. In the case of, I think he's referencing a few different people who had to like apologize, that makes total sense. In this regard though, in terms of just actual censorship of like political beliefs or just opinions that people might not find favorable because of the cultural palette, that's absurd, and it's insane to advocate for censorship. You should be able to have a debate of free ideas at all times. And if you're not going to uphold that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just lacks so much common sense and logic that it's startling, honestly, sometimes. Let's see what else we got.
What doesn't make sense to me is where's the support on both ends? Twitch has never followed me. They've never DM'd me. They've never reached out to me. They've never, when I was pulling those crazy numbers back in 2020, 2021, you guys remember what I'm talking about. They didn't say like, yo, let's keep this shit up. Like, let's plan how to like keep it going, keep it moving. Like, let's do this shit, Adin. Like, we fuck with you. When I was doing the unthinkable, when I was crossing over and all these things and setting some shit.
You know what it's honestly kind of like? It's like you're this volatile piece of machinery and they're just trying to extract resources from you, and you're just not allowed. Don't push this button. Don't say this word. Look, we need, how much ever percentage of your income. We need that. So just don't say these words. We're going to do this. We're going to force you to self-censor. And if you don't do what we tell you to do, then hey, you know, look, man, go work somewhere else because you're an employee of Twitch. No one signed up to be an employee of Twitch. And you're having to acquiesce to Twitch's standards, to Twitch's rules. You're giving them all your money, but you don't have any type of contract. You don't have health insurance. And you're doing everything for them, and you're making them millions of dollars. The reality is that freedom of speech should be applied to these platforms because it's gross and disgusting to have a platform tell a creator what they can and cannot do, especially if you're not breaking legit human rights or ethics or any of these things. And opinions are not hate, and they don't incite violence. You're allowed to have an opinion, and it's allowed to not be liked, and it's allowed to be debated, and you're allowed to have discourse. And because so much of everything happens online, I genuinely don't understand how the First Amendment is not a part of all of these different things. I mean, I understand the inner workings, but I mean, dude, this is on another level of nonsense as far as I can tell. Like, you don't get a DM, you don't get any type of communication. I don't know, that seems kind of whack if you ask me. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.